I'm CJ Papa. Memorial Day, time for the nation to pause and remember and honor the men and women of armed forces who paid the ultimate price. President Biden will do that later this morning, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. A concert last night to celebrate all 6 branches of the U.S. military, including the Army. From the National Memorial Day concert on PBS, powerful storms ripping through Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, killing at least 19 people. Hundreds are hurt, hundreds of thousands without power. Homes and businesses damaged or destroyed. The government of Papua New Guinea reports more than 2,000 people are killed in Friday's landslide. It's a massive uptick in the number of dead that could rise again. Landslide striking in the middle of the night. Some boulders were as large as shipping containers. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And gracious, great balls of fire. It's a Monday. Once again, what happened to the rest of the weekend? I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Down.
I'm Lee Barrows.
And I'm the Donkey Man this morning.
We got bringing up the rear of the Donkey Man.
We're out Donkey Man. We got battle scars and everything.
Timmy Thomas. Well, it is a Memorial Day. Finally, it's here. And, of course, a lot of folks have been celebrating all weekend long, beginning last Thursday, I think, some of them, according to the highways anyway, on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
It is Memorial Day today, and, may we all remember what it's all about.
Right.
Agreed.
So, anyway, what'd y'all do this weekend? Anything good?
Yard work. A lot of work around the house.
Yep. Yard work. Mowed the plantation yesterday. So
Mainly decorating for Memorial Day.
mine's 2.5 hours long with a 5-foot mower. It takes 2.5 hours.
I can do
Y'all
my
need to do
30
some-
minutes.
I know a guy that, got a concrete company.
Yeah. I would like
You can
pour
get some
concrete
green.
out there.
You can get some green
And paint it
concrete.
green. You can you can dye it green.
Yeah, that's right. Well, so what's the problem?
That's a
Money.
good idea, right?
Money.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
one of those things. So,
Yeah.
whatever. What
I got trees growing somewhere they don't need to grow, so I got to cut them down and all. that
kind of trees?
Oh, the ones I hate the most.
Pine.
No sweet
Oh.
gum. I can
Oh,
handle
okay.
pine not better than I can a sweet gum.
Well, if you let that sweet gum dry out until about a year from now, I'll burn it for you.
Okay. It ain't that big, but I'll bring
Oh, that's
pieces
all right.
of it too.
I like little logs. They burn real good.
Yeah, they
And they
do.
produce a lot of heat in a hurry.
Make good. If you're barbecuing a pig, if they're dry, makes good wood for
Yeah,
that.
I am talking about heating up the house. And it's
Yeah.
like 9,000 degrees out there.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yesterday was a hot day.
Yeah.
And that's up in Greensboro where it was really hot for whatever reason. No, not a breath of a breeze was blowing whatsoever. It was a fun day. Went to a grandnephew's graduation party at home. His parents threw one for him. And I will tell you what. Now, he is a basketball fanatic. He's a sports fanatic all the way around and has been since day one, basically.
Nice.
And all of his friends are sports fanatics too. And they got a basketball goal in the driveway, of course. And it's one of them cranking them basketball goals. You crank it to whatever height the kids that are playing are. And they had kids there from, well, first of all, in that family, there are six little boys. There are no little girls. There are 6 little boys in that family, 3 siblings of my wife's sister, kids of my wife's sister, and they had a total of 6. Got it? Now, they're all into sports. So we got them from 5 years of age yesterday to 18 years of age out there playing basketball. You normally find a bunch of kids at an event like that, or just a fun party. Every now and then basket would go in, the ball would go through the basket. Not in this case. There was one through. It was constant. These little young'uns could play basketball. They were cool.
Larry Bird, you better watch out, huh?
So throwing that stuff from, what would have been 3-pointers anywhere? There was one right after the other. Because he invited his friends over who were all basketball players with him. They all played together. So that was rewarding to watch. Used to be when all the little kids were out there and missing stuff, I'd go out there and throw a couple up there and I'd look good.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Didn't have a chance.
I stay way in the background. I picked up my camera
I
and
know
took
that
pictures instead. It's,
When I was at my daughter's house a couple of weeks ago, my grandson was out playing, and he's been playing since he was little. He takes all these basketball camps, and he's really good. And he would just casually walk by and kind of nonchalantly throw the ball and
Yeah.
hooped it every time.
That's-
I'm like,
it's amazing. So
I don't even try to play with him anymore.
Yeah, I
It's
understand.
embarrassing.
yeah, I would totally understand. So the highways, phew, from here to Greensboro and from Greensboro back here.
Busy?
Yeah, huh? Saturday was very busy. Yesterday was not quite so bad, but it was steady. And what was amazing to me is driving along there in a 70-mile zone, and I looked down and my thing was set at 71. Whenever I hit it, that's what it locked on. I'm just cruising right along. So.
Yes.
I had motorcycles going by me running 90 miles an hour.
Mhm.
I'm really like, I saw no wrecks, and I only saw one police car.
Yeah.
A city car somewhere between here and yonder had somebody pulled over. While he was pulled over, probably 400 went by him.
Oh yeah.
I thought everybody was going to be out in force. Maybe it's all going to be today.
Yeah, everybody's coming home.
I didn't see anybody on Saturday of any. I don't think I even saw a marked unit on Saturday. That doesn't mean there were not some of those others out there, but generally I recognize them. But yesterday I saw none except the one marked unit had one pulled over beside the road.
Well, I can tell you from Northwoods Drive to Western Boulevard and back, I saw none this weekend either. That's as far as I went.
You didn't go anywhere?
No.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I didn't read about any tragic wrecks or anything like that, so that part is good. We did have a problem yesterday. A 16-year-old boy celebrating his friend's birthday.
That's so sad.
Brian Guzman of Winston-Salem drowned about 3:30 yesterday afternoon near a picnic area at Jordan Lake, and that's in the New Hill. The victim was attending the party with his 18-year-old brother and a friend when he got into trouble swimming. By the time rescue personnel arrived, the teenager was dead. I'm like, and Jordan Lake, and ironically, coincidentally, or whateverly, we were coming back yesterday, and about 4 o'clock, we left Greensboro at 3. And about 4 o'clock, we passed, and I said, there's a road that says Jordan Lake that way.
Yeah. Start of the summer season.
Yeah, that's awful.
It is.
So, hopefully our folks out there will be paying heating today. It's going to be hot again.
Yeah, hot day.
Waters will be okay. That means they're dangerous.
Chance of level 2 storms this afternoon
Yeah,
too because of the
in
heat.
afternoon. We're likely,
Kelly's going to tell us all
most,
about it.
yeah, most people will start to come in by then,
Yes.
depending on the way home.
Yeah, don't be out there in the water if it starts lightning.
What you did was play in the yard yesterday, Kel?
Yes.
What did you do? Supervise?
No.
Oh, you actually
Don't
did the
act
work?
like I don't work, Rayford. Now, come on now.
I didn't say that. I just,
Mm.
I was figuring maybe you were going to give Robin a chance to show his stuff.
No, I'm the one that got all the sod up for the last 2 days.
I
You
believe that.
got all the sod up. You put
Mhm.
up. You put down sod.
I should have gone and gotten your
So let me
side.
rephrase my statement. I'm the one that dug all my grass up.
Wait a minute. You put grass down first, and then you dig it up.
I was digging. The grass has been there for how old's the house? 20 years? 20 years.
Why'd you dig it up?
Because I'm putting something there. I don't want it there anymore.
Oh,
Mhm.
what are you going to put there? More dirt?
A platform.
Oh, platform.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Roundup and stuff like that?
Rayford, I need you to just change the subject
Oh,
because it's just not a small patch.
oh, it's a sensitive matter. Isn't it?
Mhm.
It is when it's the girl out there doing it all. And she's tired.
Well, you,
She's cranky at the end of the day.
you're
Right,
married to
Kelly?
you're married to a county commissioner. He's
We know-
tired.
Well, he helped. Yeah, I will say in his defense, he unloaded all that wood, and it was heavy.
Yep.
Well, he lives
We started
west.
framing it, and he had to mow the entire yard. So he did do that while
But
I was
he's
doing by,
riding,
while I was doing by
right?
digging. Yeah, but then he had to weed eat, and he had to fight the weed eater. Apparently, there
did
was an
all
issue with
that.
that thing.
Decided to buy you an umbrella after he mowed the yard.
No, he hadn't done that yet. No,
Air conditioned lawnmower.
Yeah,
no, I haven't
yeah.
got that. I want that, but no.
I did
don't
all
have
my,
that.
well, I did most of my yard Saturday. I had to finish it this morning.
So,
Let me know next time he has to mow. I'll come over and help.
Okay.
Oh, no, you didn't really say that, did
Yeah,
you?
I did. Come
Are you
over
going
and
to cheer him on?
I'll weed eat or edge. I'm a professional at it.
Mm.
I can do my front yard in less than 10 minutes weed eating and edging, and then mowing is a breeze.
Mm.
I wish I could do mine in 10
I
minutes.
can do a wheelie around the tree. It's-
And I got a neighbor
You
down
have a
there,
lot of
down there in the
yards.
horse pasture. There's 3 neighbors, real good friends of mine down there, and I couldn't figure out which one was doing it, mowing the backside of the pasture outside. And
So why don't you just let it grow and let the horses in?
well, I got a 12-foot section between the fence and their property line, and I
Uh-huh.
keep it mowed because the kids over at River Bluff, they walk around the horse pastures, and I don't have a problem with that. They go out there and they give the horses carrots, and they do, you go out there in the afternoon time and you can look, and they're down there, all the horses at the end of the pasture, and they're waiting on their carrots.
Uh-huh.
So I do. I don't care. They go, and I got neighbors. They'll go in there and they'll walk down my driveway and walk around. And
Good.
there's a little park over on Thomas Loop Marion Howard fixed when he was developing River Bluff. They call it Thomas Park, and they go play on the park. It's not much, but it's something to do. We try to keep it all cleaned up for them. So, but yeah, I enjoy them coming over. I just tell them don't get in the horse pen.
Yeah.
And they don't. And my 3 horses will not bother.
But,
It's a liability issue.
uh-huh.
And I
They
don't
might
touch
fall
the
down or
fence.
something.
Yeah. And
Might step in some boop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got neighbors that come and get it.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. They'll come and get it and put it around their horse manure makes some of the best rosebush fertilizer you will ever have in your life. Now, the donkey manure
What
is
do the
not.
roses smell like?
I don't know. I try not to smell them, but I put it around my wife's, and when
You put it what?
I put it around not my wife, I put it around her rose bushes.
I was just going to ask. I was
my
confused.
my fig bush. Put donkey manure around most of that because it's not high nitrogen, so it don't burn them up. And if you use horse manure, if you use fresh horse manure, you have to soak it overnight in water to
It's
get
hot.
the acid out of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's hot stuff, yeah.
So you just
Hey, Bill, what's up?
Hey, how are you today?
Doing fine for a Monday.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I was thinking when they had the exchange program there between the city of Jacksonville and that city in France.
Oh,
And I'm not sure, like the people involved in it and stuff. I was still in the military, but it was a lot in the Jacksonville newspaper. And it made me wonder if a lot of the people that were in that from here were also the French that were killed at Beirut back in '83. And with that idea, that was there consideration to make a part at Beirut Memorial Wall or add a wall to it that had the listing of the French that were killed that day too. Had you ever heard of anything like that?
nope, have not.
No, it made me wonder if the people with the exchange program with France that were here, I don't know if they're here anymore,
Well, there was
had ever brought that up.
there was 58 French military that were killed during that attack, but I don't think any of them were part of an exchange program here at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember they said 182 at the time. That the numbers had stuck at 241 and 182, and I know the listing on the walls more than that now. It might have been for people dying consequent to the injuries they received.
Sure.
That their names were then added to the people that were killed.
Don't know.
But okay. No, I just wondered if that anybody had ever brought that up, where there was such emphasis on that exchange program in the 90s. So
Haven't heard. Don't know. Thank you, Bill.
yeah, okay.
Hope you have,
Yes, Bill.
Okay.
hope you have a great day. Thank you.
All right, you too.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Sometimes it gets a little harder to continue reading the news stories that I see every day. A man is facing charges after deputies say he murdered his father Thursday afternoon. Murdered his daddy. Brandon Earp is accused of first-degree murder in the brutal murder of his dad. Deputies went to a home in the Bailey community, that's over in Nash County, for a welfare check last Thursday and found chemical smoke coming from it. I don't know what the chemical smoke was. They never explain it. Once inside, deputies said they found the body of 63-year-old Charles Earp. Deputies say the man died from blunt force trauma. The officers quickly labeled Earp's son, Brandon Earp, as a suspect, and deputies started looking for him. Wasn't long before he was located. Earp is being held without a bond in the Nash County Detention Center. He'll likely have a first appearance tomorrow. Since today is a holiday, the investigation is continuing. No motive has been offered. What gives? I mean, can you explain this kind of stuff to me? Last Thursday. What's wrong with people?
I don't know.
I don't know. Mean.
Kelly, you examine some of these individuals.
Mhm.
You talk with them. What's wrong with them?
Well, I mean, it depends. Sometimes it's a very spur of the moment act brought up in the heat of the moment, like an argument or a fight. Sometimes it's long simmering over years of perhaps abuse. Sometimes it's someone being under the influence of something. It just depends. We don't have enough information to know.
When Daddy was 63, the son
Mhm.
looked to be in his 40s.
Then Dad was probably a young dad originally when he was born.
Yeah.
Well, he's still a young dad at 63. But
63, and the guy's in
Yeah.
his 40s.
Mhm.
Okay, he's 20 in his 20s.
Early 20s.
So what kind of abuse back when would cause you to take deadly force all these years later?
Years of abuse. Sometimes there's this one little trigger and it all just comes to a head.
Mm.
It's hard to say.
Mm.
Maybe he wanted money. Maybe there was, a insurance policy, or he asked for something and Dad wouldn't give it to him, so he got mad about it. Could be a lot of things.
Baby found dead in a vehicle last Wednesday afternoon after the kid was left in a hot car.
Oh Lord, not that again.
Happened in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Morgantown PD responded to a daycare facility at about 4:00. Did you understand what I just said?
I heard you.
Responded to a daycare facility about 4:00. They found a baby in a rear-facing car seat in the back seat of an SUV when they arrived. Emergency medical crews advised the officers that the baby had already died. Unknown how long the child had been left in the vehicle. That investigation is underway. Local cops are working with the state medical examiner. Charges are likely, they say.
I hope so. I think every time a parent
Who?
does that, they should be charged.
How?
Mhm.
Why?
How do you forget your child? Are you that wrapped up in your life that you forget your baby in
Parked
the
at
car?
a daycare center.
Hmm. So that means they were probably a worker.
Not necessarily.
Unless
Maybe
they
just
drove to the
parked it
daycare
there.
to pick the baby up and realized the baby wasn't there. That could be too. They went to
Huh.
work and then drove. But once again, you've got to be so self-absorbed to not. I mean, I don't have any sympathy for anybody that does. I have
Do
none.
we want to put any odds about what kind of impairing substances were involved?
I bet there was no parent. I think a cell phone or some kind of issue. I think it's self-absorbed. I doubt there's impairing substances.
how you
I'm
can
going to go
forget.
with drugs.
How can you
More
forget
alcohol.
a child? How can you forget a child?
They didn't forget it.
But we see
They
it
ignored it.
all the time, every summer.
Okay, got a week to go, less than a week to go, hurricane season. Duh.
Yep.
Severe weather tip brought to you by John Stars Electric. We hear about safe rooms or storm shelters when severe weather is discussed. We hear about it all the time. FEMA offers guidelines and specs if you're actually planning to construct such a shelter. Most are relatively sophisticated. When experts on a national level are discussing such shelters, they're addressing the needs of those who are likely to be impacted by major tornado outbreaks, such as the folks who typically live in the Midwest. Of course, major tornado outbreaks can and have happened here in eastern North Carolina. In the event of a tornado, one that is confirmed on the ground, the first thing you'll hear is a warning to take shelter immediately. We had some of that last week when we had tornado spotted, but it was up in, I think, airborne over in the Duplin County area. But what if you don't have a storm shelter and the NOAA alert is broadcast about severe thunderstorms that can produce tornadoes, strong winds, severe lightning, and heavy rains? Where do we go then? Huh? You got any idea? Do you get this alert on your radio, your NOAA radio, your cell phones, or whatever? Take shelter immediately. What do? The National Weather Service suggests some do's and don'ts. In a full-fledged storm shelter, if it's not available, seek shelter in a strong structure that has an attached floor. Go to the center of that structure, making sure you are not near any windows or doors. Mattresses, if they're available, pull them over the top of you and your family and lie on the floor. If you're in a mobile home, a camper, or a motor vehicle, you'll need to find a sturdy shelter somewhere else. They're not. Open structures such as auditoriums, shopping malls, and the like are not desirable. When a storm is predicted, it can hit within a couple of minutes. On your daily trips around town, do it today, tomorrow, the day after. Make a habit of looking around and asking yourself, what if I get a warning right now that a tornado is likely to hit in the next few minutes? What buildings fit the description of the best place I can find? Look around you, decide where you would go every day that you're out. It's sort of like the warning to always be aware of your surroundings. Knowing what to look for quickly can save your life. We've had a number of power bumps in the past couple of weeks, had another one over the weekend as severe thunderstorms have rolled through our area. The power in most cases was not completely interrupted for very long. Most of the time, even if there is a power interruption, crews from the power companies have everything up and running in short order. There will be times, whether it's a hurricane event, a tornado that knocks out power in a wide area, or a wreck that takes out an entire substation, being without electricity is more than just a nuisance. It can interrupt our daily lives more than ever these days, as so much of what we do depends on electricity. Of course, there are those major problems when medical equipment is running on electricity in your house. It's about time to seriously bite the bullet and power up your life with a Generac generator from John Stars Electric. The team will work with you in advance to decide on a system that will handle your immediate needs on your budget to get you through short-term outages. If you need something more sophisticated, John Stars Electric is here for you as well. From the very beginning until you're fully comfortable with the system, it's all turnkey and worry-free. John Stars Electric handles permitting and all communications with your electric provider. Call for an appointment today. I did, and the peace of mind is worth the effort. 910-989-1908. John Stars Electric. They'll take care of you. Don't go too far. Kelly will be right back with your weather outlook.
Week on Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 70s, we're bringing you a special. The number one hits of the 1970s, Part 5. This weekend on American Top 40, the 70s.
Check out the number one hits from the 70s this afternoon, 3 to 6 on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Feeling trapped with that old phone? Don't. Getting a new phone is easy. Come into Verizon and get one of our best phones on us with Select Trade-in on Unlimited Ultimate Plan. And get a plan that helps you save by only paying for what you need. Act now and get a brand new phone at your Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate Plan required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Trading conditions apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Sneeze Ferry, OP Gas, 777 Highway 210 Sneeze Ferry. Ask you to join them in remembering all those that gave their all for our freedom this Memorial Day. Sneeze Ferry OP Gas offers complete OP gas service for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. They feature gas, fireplace, and heating appliances, gas accessories, gas water heaters, routing deliveries, and budget plans available. They also do grill cylinder refills with a $5 discount for all military on 20 and 30-pound cylinder tanks. Sneeze Ferry OP Gas sells gas and services Renai and Navion tankers water heaters. So, for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural LP gas service needs, and for comfort and convenience, call Sneeze Ferry LP Gas, 910-327-2541. That's 910-327-2541. Once again, please join Sneeze Ferry LP Gas in remembering those that gave their all this Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
I'm going to do a little extended part here for Kelly's sake this morning. She's going to probably get a little bit mad when I start doing this. Marine Weather Outlook is brought to you by Community Prevention Services. Before I go too much further, here's a story that I read this weekend. Kelly?
Yes.
Get your mama bear hat on.
Oh, probably. Yeah, always. Yes.
Betsy Hauptman, a South Carolina mom, and her family are suing Snapchat after her 13-year-old son died by suicide last year. The family says young Timothy Barnett took his own life April 6, 2023 at his Sumter home after he fell victim to a sextortion scheme on the social media app. Timothy's stepfather found their son dead in their front yard after getting up one morning early. It wasn't until about 6 months later that Hauptman realized her son had been the victim of a sextortion scheme in Snapchat. Y'all probably don't have a clue what sextortion is. The FBI calls it a criminal act in which an offender contacts a victim online and coerces the victim to send explicit images or videos in exchange for either more explicit material or even money. The FBI received more than 13,000 reports of online financial sextortion involving at least 12,600 victims between October of 21 and 2023. Hauptman said information about the sextortion scheme that resulted in Timothy's suicide was buried in the closed suicide case. She didn't find out about it until her inner mama bear came out at her local police station. She and her husband do not take social media lightly. They did regular and random spot checks on their kids' phones at least twice a week to make sure they were being safe on social media. During one such spot check on Timothy's phone in November of 2022, just 6 months before the little child took his own life, Hauptman found an inappropriate video from someone Timothy did not even know on Snapchat. They confiscated his phone, keeping it for a time, and explained the dangers to him. A couple of months later, they saw a general improvement in his attitude. When he got his phone back, Timothy promised to go to his parents if he ever came across anything like that video again. 3 months later, he was dead. 13 years old. He killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
I could not find information on how many other victims of this scheme there have been. One is too many. There are alternatives regardless of how torn you are. We know that more than 16 military veterans commit suicide every day. We heard that last week. 16 veterans die by their own hands every single day. None of this needs to happen, whether you're 13 or 65. Onslow County ranks third per capita in all of North Carolina for the number of people of all ages who have reported that they've considered taking their own lives. It's called suicide ideation. From 2020 through 23, we had 344 reports of suicide ideation across the country, all across the county. That's our reports. There are more than that.
Yes.
3 times, 5 times. You don't have any way of really knowing.
I had 6 last week.
That's 90 cases for each year of the 4-year reporting period that we know about. If you or someone you know fits this category, don't despair. You should reach out because there is help. People who will listen to you, they will not judge you, and they will help you work through the issues. Community Prevention Services is located in Jacksonville. The staff is ready, willing, and able to help you with issues you have. And everything is totally confidential. Community Prevention Services helps with all forms of depression and anxiety. Conveniently located at 918 Henderson Drive, you can give them a call and discuss a time to talk with a counselor, 910-353-0972. Community Prevention Services also accepts most forms of insurance.
Yes.
Tough thing to start Monday with, isn't it?
It is. Mm-hmm. Sure is.
But you deal with it every day.
Every day.
What about the weather?
Well, what do you got going
Offshore
for?
southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming southerly 15 to 20 with gusts up to 25 this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, 3-foot waves from the south every 5 seconds, meeting 2-footers from the southeast every 8 seconds. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop, increasing to choppy this afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knot, seas bouncing up just a little bit, 3 to 4. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Wednesday, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today will be partly sunny, a high of 89. There is about a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 70. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 88. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, low of 65. And on Wednesday, sunny, a high of 87. I like it.
Not bad.
I think it's awesome.
Pretty
I know a lot of
decent
people
for this
complain.
Memorial Day week.
Yeah.
So
Be good.
anyway, it'll be really good. Okay, we have a guest in the studio.
We do.
Lee.
Yes, this is Officer Yalmar
Yalmar, yeah.
Guzman
Guzman, yeah.
from the Jacksonville Police Department, Jacksonville Police Safety Services. What is it? Jacksonville Public Safety Office. He's a police
Did you
officer.
get that right?
Yes.
It's sort of.
Well, you know, I'm so used to saying Sheriff's Department, and after all these years, we had to go
I
back and
always
say
just say
Sheriff's
JPD.
Office.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville Public Safety, he's a police officer with the Jacksonville Police Department.
He carries a badge and a gun, y'all.
He carries a badge and a gun.
He arrests you if you do bad things, right?
He's going to talk to us about gun safety, a program that they have going right now.
Yeah, one of the things that we all kind of harp about, and everybody in here has guns, and we, you know, I like guns. I like to shoot. I mean, I was a cop for 18 years, so what do you think? I love shooting. It's just fun. For recreation these days, that's the good thing. But there are so many people with guns that probably, I don't know, a significant percentage of them have bought them. Maybe stick them in the closet. Maybe they don't even stick them in the closet. Maybe they put bullets in it and leave it in a bedside table with kids around and everybody else running around.
Yes.
Not a good thing.
Of course. Well, first off, let me start by saying thank you for having me this
Anytime.
morning here. I appreciate it. Let me start with this gun safety, if we can put it that way. The reason pretty much why we're doing this this morning is because we have a nationwide increase in firearms stolen from vehicles. That's the number one thing. It has tripled in the last decade, and according to an FBI study and analysis, and that's all across the country, and we're not exempt from it. So with that being said, it's our duty, right, preventing crimes, just to advise our residents here that, you know, a couple techniques, not techniques, but tips or pretty much just telling, hey, please, if you're going to have your firearm, it has to be stored in a secure place, perhaps in a safe box in your house or away from richer children. But more importantly, don't keep your firearm unattended on the vehicle. All right, people, it's always, they don't go to the mall parking lot or any other parking lot to pull handles to steal things and hoping that gun is going to go to a good place. If people take these guns out of the vehicles, they steal these guns, they're most likely going to end for no good, right? And hence perhaps criminals or dealers.
Either they'll use them for something themselves, or they'll sell them or trade them for dope or whatever.
Exactly. So we advise our citizens to, most importantly, always secure your vehicle, lock your vehicle, right? Always close up your windows, the sunroofs, and stuff like that. And you shouldn't have your gun unattended on your vehicle anyways for no reason, right?
Well, here's a problem with that. Those with concealed carry permits, they get out of the car, and they're carrying. But then they go to this little store there that's got this little sign, no guns.
All right. Well, like you say, and it is a possibility. In that case, what we advise is to please record all the serial number of your gun. All right. Record them, put them in a safe place, and keep them, because you never know when you need them. Also, write down the characteristics of your weapon, right?
Such as?
And, what caliber it is, the color, the model, and all these things. And also, if you say, hey, the rear side is tweaked to this way,
sure,
or the front side has this red dot in front of it, or things like that. Use record things that you deem important. So if happens that your firearm gets stolen from your vehicle, we have many information over there we can use to start looking for that.
Take a picture of it.
If you can, that'll be even better. Because the worst that happens is the firearm gets stolen. We're gonna go take a report and start, sending a national tip to locate this gun. But sometimes, all right, our residents don't know what the gun looked like, believe it or not.
Right.
And much worse, they don't know the serial number of their gun.
Yep.
So it's like kind of finding a needle in a haystack, and we need that information. So if for some reason you're gonna have that gun in your vehicle because incidents like the one you just explained or that example you just gave us, please keep all those numbers, all those characteristics, write it down, put it in a safe place, and I don't know, keep it on your office, keep it with you in your wallet, in a place where you can have access to this information.
Don't keep it in your gun safe with all your guns.
Of course not.
No, hey, I kid you not. It happens.
Yeah. No, trust me. And we're human beings, right? And sometimes we think we're doing something good when we really don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And along those lines that you were saying at first, we can purchase a fire gun now here in the state, 21 and up, as long as you pass all the screening process and stuff, right? But being able also to purchase a gun doesn't mean that you're able to use that gun proficiently, if we put it in that way.
That's right.
Right? And,
safely.
Exactly. So we always also encourage to seek training. All right, seek some classes, not YouTube, not the internet, but like from some instructors, that they can really show you and teach you the capabilities of your gun, how to use your gun, and most importantly, how to store it safely in your house or in the environment where you live in.
One of the things that I drive a Jeep, okay, and one of the things that the Jeep or some offer, aftermarket people offer, is like a gun safe, but it's secured inside your vehicle, because a lot of people have removable tops on their Jeeps and all sorts of good stuff like that. They have locked boxes that actually fit inside your Jeep that can be secured to the frame of your vehicle.
Oh, that's also, I've never heard of it, to be honest with you, but of course I can imagine that nowadays with all the new technology and with all the sales pitches that all the vehicle manufacturers do and stuff like that, if they provide something like that, take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Right? Don't share that code, how to open that box with no one or anything like that. That's definitely helpful. Yes. Same at home. If you're going to keep it at home, like you say, don't leave that gun on your table where kids can access. Don't load your gun if you don't know what you're doing. Always put it in a safe if you have one, or in a lock box, right? And always safety is paramount.
Yeah, a lot of folks are taking advantage of what they call biometric safes, where they have to use the fingerprints, and only your fingerprints. You put them up there, and you're the only one that can open that box.
That's one of the options. Of course, it's going to be a little pricey, right?
It is pricey,
but sometimes
the gun's expensive too.
Of course, that's what I'm trying to say. The expense, the investment, if we can put it like that, on safety is worth it, and it's going to go a long ways. So if you have the opportunity to acquire a safe box like that, please do so. And it's better to have these guns, all these guns, and securely stored to prevent any incidents in the future.
Okay, safety involving kids. So many people will. They may grow up with guns in the house, and way back when, as most of us did, there were guns in the home, and nobody got shot. Everybody used their guns, and they knew what they were doing. Today, there are guns in homes that a lot of the gun owners, the homeowners, don't have a clue what they're doing with them. They just bought it because somebody said, "Yeah, you might need it one day."
Of course, and
then what do they do with their kids?
Exactly. The most important thing, once again, when you get a gun, is to seek that training. All right. If you really don't know where to find training or how to, learn these things, please call us. Contact the police department. Trust me, we'll help you, and we'll point you in the right direction. Or we can have a little class. You can bring your gun, and we can tailor to you, to that specific gun. We can expend that time, because for us, investing time and information and educating our residents, it's key for success. So if you need that help, please let us know. We'll help you. If need be, we'll teach you, right? But most importantly, we're gonna advise you that you need to understand the before, during, and after, right? When you own a gun, the before, do your research. What kind of gun you're gonna do? What's the purpose you're gonna have? Because you say some people just buy it because our environment tell us to do so. Everybody has a gun, so I'm gonna have a gun. Or some people don't know really how to use it, but feel intimidated for whatever reason, and they just want to carry it just to show, hey, don't come, don't bother me, kind of thing. I feel safe this way. It is many dangerous ways, but we cannot dictate, unfortunately, or we cannot tell people not to buy guns if you're not prepared. All right. However, we can tell you that if you do so, please seek training, seek information. Also the during. If you have to use your gun, are you prepared to use that gun for any matter, not just for sports or for fun, like you say, going to the range, right? And after the facts, also have a plan if ever you use that gun for whatever reason and you need that resource after the facts, right? And who can help you? Let's go to the psychological aspect. If you end using that gun, right? We know that affects us all. Affects you, change you forever.
Yep.
So also have in place, hey, who I'm going to reach out if I ever use this gun for whatever purpose or need, I need to talk about it. So it's a lot of things that we advise our citizens. It seems like a lot of work, but trust me, at the end of the day, when you know what you're doing, when you know your tools, including your guns, and everything goes in a most smooth and safe way possible, and that's what we want. Prevent crimes, and most importantly, prevent these guns from going to the wrong hands.
If you've got a question you'd like to ask it now about gun safety and what the JPD is doing, feel free to ring us up. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Officer Guzman will be able to answer your questions. 903-333-0139. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Folks, back again with this week's specials at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. It's time to gear up for Memorial Day, and nothing brings friends and family together like some good food. And we've got just what you need. Stop by and get you some fresh ground beef at $2.99 a pound. And you can't have burgers without fresh corn. We have white, yellow, or bicolor corn on the cob, as we call it, for just 39 cents an ear. Or grab you some Prairie Fresh pork spare ribs for $2.59 a pound. And don't forget to get a few fresh, whole, seedless watermelons for the kiddos at just $4.99 each. Stop by and get all of your Memorial Day essentials at a great price at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. Let's get piggy with it and honor those who have fought for our freedom. Land of the free because of the brave.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway, is Jacksonville's oldest tire company. And now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands in all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard, by phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-D or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Downey's Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Downey's Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Downey's can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Downey's today, 346-4311.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. Our guest in the studio, police officer Yalmar. Did I do that one right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Guzman, and he's with the Jacksonville Police Department, talking about gun safety and some things that y'all need to know, and some courses that they offer and classes that you guys offer. And if you just need to talk to somebody, there are any number of local gun dealers around here that offer classes as well, NRA type classes, National Rifle Association classes, and gun safety. And it's very reasonably priced if you want to go in that direction too.
Yeah, of course. There are many options here locally. We're a military town.
Yeah.
So we got several gun shops here, several, that actually commercial firearms legally, if we can put it that way. And they most times offer these services.
Yes, they do.
And however, if you don't have the means or you just don't feel, with that confidence to approach them, call us to the Community Services Division, JPD, which is the 910-455-4000 option 5.
Right.
And tell us what the issue is. In this case, will be, hey, I got a firearm. I'll need some tips or how I can use it properly. Do you guys offer these things? And we will accommodate and we will help you and to get you in a good place.
Now, there are any number of people out there with lots of advice. You can ask anybody and you can get any kind of advice. And the first thing they're going to tell you, if you shoot him, drag him inside the house. Now, folks, don't pay any attention to YouTube, your neighbors down the street, or anything you hear from California. Go to your local law guys. If you want to ask somebody locally about what these laws are.
Yes, please reach out to us. We'll not just going to talk about the state law, federal law, but also the local ordinances.
Yes.
And
city limits, you can't shoot your gun, basically.
Exactly. So please reach out to us. We will help you. We will give you the information. Right now, Jacksonville Police Department, it's all about information, right? Because part of our mission is that we, together with our residents, going to provide a safe community. So we want to hear from you. We want to help you. And we want also you to help us. And how we provide a better community, joint effort, working together. Please reach out to us and let us know what you need.
What does today's, how long have you been with the department?
With the department, it's going to be 2 years. Yes. But before that, I was in the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps brought me here. Yes. I was in the service. So for about 10 years.
What do young police officers today think about concealed carry permits for civilians?
Well, it's a state law, right?
Yep.
The first things that we learn, even when we're in the academy, it's all the laws and regulations. All right. So at that point, I'll tell you that what do we believe about, people with concealed carry. And there has its pros and cons, like everything else. The cons is like, if you know how to use your weapon properly, you go through the classes and you keep up with everything, of course, can be an advantage, right? As long as it's for your protection, right? Your property and yourself, not just for flashing your gun or going outside or making people see it and things like that. The other, one of the disadvantages is that many of our residents who have a concealed carry as well, sometimes don't read the small print and forget the little laws.
Sure.
And I'm not going to say little laws, the laws, but in the small print, meaning that if we approach you in a vehicle and you are a concealed carry holder, all right, you're supposed to tell us after we introduce ourselves that, officer, just to let you know, I'm a concealed carry and I have a firearm with me. That law requires you. Not doing that can get you penalized or can get that permit. You
could lose your right to carry your gun.
So a little tips like that, it helps us tremendously. So sometimes it is that miscommunication bridge when citizens have certain rights, but they forgot to make us aware of that, right? We'll find out anyways when we run your information and things like that. But like I said, it requires from our residents to tell us this kind of thing so we can start looking at the right things.
We do have somebody maybe with a question. Good morning.
Good morning, Deplorable.
Hello, Mr. Adorable. How are you?
How you doing today?
Hanging in here.
Here we go.
Officer Guzman, thank you for showing up on this thing.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So let me ask you something. Since you have problems, after they passed out all these guns all over this country, and now we have problems, big problems with number one killer for our kids, how come you're not treating the gun as a car and have to do exactly what you have to do for a car to do for a gun? In other words, go get a license, get insurance, have registration. When you're telling me that the owners they haven't registered their number yet, and you have to worry about them not putting their serial number down, you can cover all that by treating a gun just like a car. And when you say they don't know the rules, and if you take somebody that's outside and bring them inside, they will learn all this stuff, just like you learn when you go for your permit and you go for your license. How come we don't treat it like a car?
Yes. Well, let me address that question and with two things. The first one, yes, when you apply for a permit to purchase, well, before, right now we don't have that, but you still need to apply for a concealed carry. All right. All the stuffs get run through the sheriff's department. All right. All your information. However, when you purchase your gun from the dealership, all right, or the gun shop, they register that weapon as well, unless they should be able to do that in their system. To be safe or to be sure, if you're not certain after purchasing your weapon, you can call us or bring that weapon to the Jacksonville Police Department, and we're gonna register that weapon with your name and record all the serial numbers in there. However,
is that mandatory?
No, I mean, if you buy it from a gun shop, they are supposed to
recorded. Yes.
Yes, it's gonna be
There's a
recorded
federal
and
regulation.
yes, they submit all that information to the federal entities that deal with firearms for citizens. But like I said, we can go and take the extra step. However, when a gun gets lost, all right, we cannot just put your name on it and all the information is going to come.
Nope.
All right. You need to provide that information. All right. So that's that aspect. And now about treating the guns as a car, I will apologize not being able to answer this question because it's for legislation.
Yeah,
you know, it has to be like a state legislation or maybe federal laws. It's something that us here at JPD, we don't really work with those kind of subjects, if that make any sense.
Yep.
They
enforce the laws on the books.
But we have to somehow get it through and take care of it as a car, because that will solve a lot of your problems that you're talking about right now.
Hasn't helped with cars.
Yeah.
They kill people every day.
I do take care of mine like I take care of my car. I wash it, I clean it. You know, I take care of it. So what else? What else you want me to do, Theo?
Lock it up.
I lock it up. It's locked up right now. Everything I got, every gun I got is secure at my house. Now, my wife don't even know where all they are because I do not have a gun safe. I do not have a gun cabinet. I scatter my guns throughout the house. That way, if somebody breaks in, they can't get them all. Or they can't find them.
Okay.
And a lot of people, and I learned that of all people, my brother, when he was highway patrol, he said a gun cabinet was the worst thing you could have in the house. If you let somebody come in the house and they see your gun cabinet and they want to break in later on, they know where they are. He said, scatter them throughout the house. And that's exactly what I do.
Okay.
Theo, we got to
You're
run.
You're a responsible.
I still love you.
person.
No, he doesn't.
He does. We love Theo.
I love Theo. Theo is the man. I don't care what nobody says.
I mean, if he had named his jackass after you, Theo, he's all right, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a responsible gun owner. Thank you for that. But there's a lot of them that are not.
You're right.
Your
You're
number
right.
one killer is kids. Number one killer of kids is guns. Okay.
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 Thank you, Theo. You mean like those 4 motorcycles that went by me yesterday on 995 on I-40 at
40.
right about 90. I used to be radar
Yeah.
certified, so I know how fast they were running. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran-owned and operated, located at 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Swansboro and Jacksonville and Hubert, reminds you to remember those that didn't forget us and paid the ultimate price for our freedom this Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th. Flatwoods Outfitters is the most complete sporting and firearm facility in Onslow County, right here in your backyard, complete with a shooting range and instruction. Flatwoods Outfitters carries all major brand names of shotguns, long guns, pistols, and ammunition to bag your limit for whatever game is in season, from dove to bear. Flatwoods Outfitters also takes pride in helping you protect your Second Amendment rights and urges you to learn how to safely handle any firearm for personal safety. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope and use your shooting or archery range. If you're interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can help with that also. So, whether you are a sportsman or concerned about personal safety, let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Flatwoods Outfitters assist you. For range hours, phone 910-353-7500. 7593. That's 910-353-7593 for range hours. Flywoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and Constitution. Flatwoods Outfitters again reminds you to remember those that didn't forget us and paid the ultimate price for our freedom this Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Okay, we're back here for just a second or two, but we're going to have to immediately take a break and go in and do a little bit of a Fox News thing, and we'll be back on the other side. You're live on Local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Over 120 million people are at risk for severe weather on this Memorial Day as dangerous storms barrel towards the East Coast after wreaking havoc on the Midwest and the South. At least 19 people were killed across 4 states after tornadoes plowed through the region. 5 of those deaths in Arkansas.
Not how any of us had hoped this weekend would go.
That's Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. While in Kentucky,
we have a lot of roads that are blocked by trees, some roads that are flooded out. Don't drive through a flooded road.
Governor Andy Beshear, President Biden, and former President Trump honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice on this Memorial Day. President Biden heading to Arlington National Cemetery this morning, while former President Trump spent the holiday weekend with Gold Star families in North Carolina. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay. We'll have to make sure everybody understands a couple things there based upon Theo's call. He always opens the door for a whole lot of cool things.
He's my man.
Yeah, he is the man. And gun registration in North Carolina is not a requirement, right? You don't have to register your gun. You don't have to take it to any law enforcement agency or anywhere else. You're dumb if you do not have a list of serial numbers, and I would have it in at least 2 places. If you've got a safety deposit box, add to that, period, bottom line. First of all, people will know what you got if something happens to you, and then you got to go whatever. If your house catches on fire, all those lists that you've got inside are not going to do your insurance company one bit of good because they're going to burn up, and your guns are going to burn up. So keep it somewhere else. Keep it electronically somewhere. Whatever, not in a place that can be easily hacked. But those are the kinds of things you need to do. If your gun is stolen, there is a legal responsibility to report that right away as well in North Carolina and most other states, as I recall. So you better be reporting it.
Yes, please. If that happens, don't wait. It's very important. The fastest you report it, the fastest we can locate it. And we want to make sure we cover everything, and we need all that basic information. So please, once again, if you have that information, keep it electronically somewhere else. If a bank box, please keep it on there. Also for insurance purposes, you're absolutely right. They need all that information. Otherwise, you're not going to get your money back for those items.
That's right. And it's a good way to make sure that any of the stuff that you got, if it's stolen, you don't want it to end up in the hands of some bad people.
Right.
And people who buy guns off the street generally are bad people in one way or the other. That gun can be five transactions away from you after it's stolen from you, and somebody uses it to commit a crime. And when they find it, because ATF will have a record of it if you bought it from a dealer, when they find that the last known legal transaction was you, they're going to come knocking on your door and say, "Where's your gun?" Hopefully you reported it stolen.
Correct.
And if they do find that gun at some point in time and they run it after you report it stolen through what they call NCIC, National Crime Information Center, they will know immediately that gun's stolen. They can arrest on the scene for that possession of a stolen gun. So that's the good thing. They don't have to wait for anything.
Yes. If we locate, per se, a gun in the streets, right? We're gonna call it. We're gonna read that serial number exactly through the system that you mentioned in CIC, and it's gonna be almost immediately that we'll know if that gun is clear, or if being involved in anything else, or if it's being reported stolen, or anything, and we can take action right there.
No warrant immediately needed. You can get that on the way down to the house.
Yes.
So that's the good thing.
I have a question for you, officer. Does JPD offer any type of classes for young people, for children, to teach
Good
them
question.
not to go near a gun if they find a gun, to call an adult? Do you offer any kind of classes like that for the schools or for parents to educate them on what to train their children to do if they run across a gun?
Okay, we have we offer several different classes. The first one, we have the Explorer program, which is for teens per se, 16 to 21, where they not just learn about gun safety, theft prevention, but also they get a little bit into it if they're thinking perhaps in the future become police officers.
Sure.
And it's a whole program that we have in that. Also, we offer for businesses and let's say not just any business, but all businesses, schools, colleges, churches, banks, what we call civilian response to active shooter events. All right. We have this class where we can bring it to your business. We're going to tailor this class to your needs. And in there, it covers a portion of it. And, in gun safety, if you permit people to come to your business with firearms, it is a whole chapter on that class that covers like what to do, or if you're gonna use that gun in any situation, things that you should do when the police arrive, what kind of stuff you should do, what kind of steps you should follow, what is the standard practice that you need to do to prevent the police from mistaking you for an offender as well. So with that, also we offer another class for businesses, which is crime prevention through environmental design, but that goes more for the physical aspect of your business or your school, your house, where we can help you how to make it safer, in a sense that how to make it hard for intruders or for potential criminals to come inside and do bad things. So we can accommodate and answer to your question straight, even if you have a small group of children or your classroom and you want JPD to address these topics with these kids, call us. We can accommodate. JPD is very flexible on what we can do, and we want to help you. So if you deem that's necessary for your classroom, your neighborhood, your block, to have this kind of information, let us know. We set it up, and we're going to come to you. We're going to bring you all the information, and we're going to present it to you, your neighbors, or your family members, or any group that you want this information to go to.
Some years back, had a house, another location here in Jacksonville, and we were having lunch or dinner, whatever it was, and got a call from the alarm company. Alarm's going off at your house. Should we call the police department? Absolutely. And would you tell them I'm en route? Here's what I look like. Here's what I'm driving. Here's what I'm wearing, and I have a gun.
Correct. Please let us know that.
Yeah.
That's very important, because when we go to scene, we gonna go based on the information we have, right? Mm-hmm. So if you are over there on the scene and you're not part of the scene, or if you are, but like I say, you are over there to help us or to report it, right? It's very important that we don't mistake you for the bad guy.
You got that right.
And not just for what can unfold after that, but also to save time, right? Because we want to catch whoever is doing these bad things, or we want to get over there to address the issue. So please let us know, give us this information. And it's important. Hey, I'm parked 2 blocks away. If you see something, please tell us. That's important. That's very helpful. Give us information, because as we go, like I say, we get all this information from dispatch. Anything you say goes live to us on the other end.
Extremely important, folks. Extremely important.
Yes, very,
Being
very
on the
important.
other end, I can tell you how extremely important that is.
Yes.
So, I always thought that when I had whether it was routine or whatever, if a guy's got a concealed carry permit, first of all, I feel a little more comfortable with him. knowing that he has already been screened.
Of course.
That always made me feel a lot better. It's not somebody I got to be quite as alert to. I just got to make sure that he's not imbibing in anything that he shouldn't be imbibing in and carrying his gun.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you that confidence as well that if you approach somebody and they tell you straight, hey, I'm a concealed carry person, this is my permit number, and they give you the information, of course, that definitely take anything that you perhaps are thinking about something else out of the equation, right? And focus more and just that really is transpiring in that moment. Because if you think on the other hand, right, pull you over, I'm doing this, I'm doing my work, and then when I'm on my vehicle running all this information, then I find out.
Yep.
Then questions may arise, right? Yep. Why you didn't say this before? Why we didn't get to that point? Or, you know, are you trying not doing something that you're not supposed to? I mean, it's just prolonged the whole investigation and perhaps arises questions that it could be avoided if you just give us the information at first.
Now, one of the things that you don't need to be doing is you see the police officer, he's standing in line at the grocery store, next line over or whatever. You're not interacting. You don't have to run over there and say, hey, I got a gun. You want to see it? Or my permit?
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, and here's something I can see happening. And I suggest I suggest personally, I don't know what Officer Guzman will suggest, but even if you've got a permit, you don't have a gun in the car, you don't have to say anything. However, you're going to be found out, and then they're going to ask you about it. So just do it up front. You got nothing to hide. Just do it up front.
Yeah, just tell us, once again, I'm a concealed permit holder. However, I don't have any guns in my possession at this time. Yeah. Is all you got to say. It's going to take you 5
My
7
wife
seconds.
doesn't carry hers normally, but you just know, if she gets stopped, please just tell them.
I have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you give training to the general public? For instance, scenario, I'm carrying a gun. I'm in, say, a big box store, like let's say Walmart, and a shooter comes in with a weapon. Do you give classes to the general public on being a private citizen and I'm wearing a weapon and I see someone that's causing a threat to other people? What am I allowed to do?
Yeah, we don't offer that service or classes in this kind of specific scenario you're referring to. Right. However, once again, you can call us. We can set up a meeting. We can come to you, and we can answer your questions about certain specific actions. The first thing I want to tell you, if you see something happening at Walmart, regardless if you have a gun or not, I'll tell you, put yourself on safe ways, meaning get out of there, call us, let us handle it. And that'll be my advice. However, like I said, if it's really important for you that you feel compelled that, you're going to take action or something like that, once again, I'm going to tell you, hey, seek training first, learn how to use your gun, learn everything from the before, during, and after, like we mentioned before. And from there, once again, the most important thing, let us take care of the situation.
There's only one thing worse than killing the bad guy in a situation like that. That's killing an innocent person. You're going to have to live with that one.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Yeah. And that goes, and like I say, being aware after the facts. When we're talking about, seeking all that and let's say mental health aspect, because it's going to change your life forever pulling that trigger. Yep. So we don't offer those type of classes, like I say, but if you have any questions of what to do, we can cover on these kind of classes I was mentioned to you. But if you have personal, really questions that you want to know, please call us once again to the Community Service Division, and we will come and visit you, talk to you, and give you the information that perhaps you need, or the one that we deem that's very important for you to understand before you make any decisions.
I'm going to be right behind Rayford, following him out to a safe place.
Well,
I'm not going to
use me as a shield, is what she said.
I'm not engaging into a gun battle. I mean, even if I am carrying a weapon, I'm not engaging. I'm going to, like you said, seek shelter first.
The gun is there for your self-protection.
Right.
primarily.
Right.
Yeah. Just like I say, put yourself in safe ways, please. That's more important.
Yeah.
Get out of there as quick as you can, and then call us and give us all the information. and describe the person, where he's located, if you see anything,
and his shoes. They change clothes
Yes,
sometimes.
yes.
I
But,
never change shoes.
Yeah, but please try not to engage. Let us take care of it. That's
Good
what we
advice.
do. That's what we sign for. We know why we're getting into it, and we want to take care of these kind of situations. Just give us the opportunity to get there and handle everything. Just put yourself in a safe place, and then call us. That's important, right? Don't also try to call us and then because when you're under heavy stress, more than 150 beats per minute, I'm talking about your heart rate, we start not seeing things clearly.
Right.
We start forgetting things. Your motor functions don't respond, right? So just run if you can, right? Put yourself away from that situation and then call us and give us all the information you can. The city, the national average is about 3 minutes, right, for response time. We're in a small city with everything considering, and I believe, I'm confident that we can be there to help you even before 3 minutes.
Well, last Friday, Jacksonville PD, you decreased that response time a lot, average, when a bank alarm goes off on Western Boulevard at my bank.
Yes.
And I guess the police officer was within 7 seconds or something ridiculous of the location. So the guy was in custody, but within less than a minute.
Yes. No, we keep an officer here in every zone.
Yeah.
Plus, we have other divisions that are always roaming around in every area of our city. So, like I said, I know that it's the national average 3 minutes, right?
Yes.
And because that's what it is, and I have to tell you that. However, given the circumstances, I can assure you, right, and to a certain degree, that we'll be there before those 3 minutes. And always, even in other incidents we had a couple months ago, and also a couple weeks ago, also here in Liberty and stuff, the response time was within 7-10 seconds. So we are in the right places, I believe. Just give us the opportunity to get there and take care of what we do best.
A little commentary. I do appreciate what the Jacksonville Police Department, public safety, what is going on there, what has the changes that have been made over the past couple of decades, the improvement in being aware of citizens' needs, not just located bad guys and putting them away, of assuring citizens, assuring residents of this area that we're here, you are there to help take care of the problems that arise if they need it, and to proactively encourage people what they can do. Offering these classes that you're talking about, offering the internal classes on how to de-escalate a situation for police officers, extremely important. We don't make national news around here. There's a reason for that, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, no, we have a good team. JPD also is growing.
Yep.
It's representing the demographics of our city as well. So you'll see a lot of officers with different backgrounds, with different, let's say, origin nationalities, like myself, because JPD sees that it's very important to represent our demographics, and in order to bring all this information to our residents, so we can provide a safer community.
You told us in the beginning, but we have not shared anything yet. But since you brought it up, you're from down there in Brunswick County, North Carolina, right?
Negative.
In Bolivia?
Not that Bolivia.
Yeah, it's actually Bolivia, South America.
Yeah,
sir. Yeah,
that's good. So anyway, you came here in the Marine Corps.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service as well.
No, I appreciate it. It was a great time. The best job I ever had, and
second best. You've now got the best job, right?
Of course. Yes. No,
Chief, he didn't mean exactly what he said.
What made
Chief,
you?
I mean, this is the best job ever, Chief.
What made you want to go into law enforcement?
At one point after I got out of the military, I was medically retired. I did college, finished my college degree, and then I started talking to my boss, meaning my wife, what we're gonna do.
You said it right.
Yeah, where we're gonna settle and things like that. So we decided to settle here, to open a small business. But after going with the business together for a little bit, we realized also that in any venture, right, even as a family, as a team, always gotta be one head. So happy life, happy wife, right?
Yep.
I let my wife take care of everything, and then I start thinking that what we're gonna do for myself. And my option was clear, at least at that point. JPD I did my internship when I was in college at JPD.
Oh, okay.
I met a great amount, if I can put it like that, of amazing people that they're here really genuinely concerned about residents and they really want to help. And that kind of like reflected what I joined the Marine Corps to begin with, right? That sense to serve. I was in the infantry. 9/11 influenced a lot of my decision to join. I served on a couple combat deployments in Afghanistan. And like I say, after that, I realized that also the same job can be done here, of course, in a different way, in a different manner, but also helping our residents, helping our people, helping our country from within. And I grew up with a stereotype. Maybe some of you grew up with it in the same way, that police wasn't my favorite thing. I was scared of the police, especially coming in from Bolivia, right? I didn't trust them. So to me, doing my internship, doing my education, knowing police officers, and I was at that point, it's like, man, I want to be part of this family. I want to be part of this team. They do an amazing job, and I want to be part of that. So that's what moved me to the police department here. And like I say, JPD is doing amazing things. We want to share that with the public. So please let us know and call us. We want to help you. We want to give you information. Also, all these classes and all this education and also these presentations we can do for our residents, we can do that also in Spanish, just to let you know. So if you have in your community
French.
We can work it out. We don't have a French speaker yet, but I'm sure that we can work it out somehow.
That's wonderful.
But like I say, we're moving forward to bring all the information to everybody. Because regardless where you're coming from, what language you speak, and we all are part of the community, and we are all responsible to keep it safe. And we all have children. We all have family here. So it's important that everybody gets this information. So if you have neighbors, if you have a community, if you have a business where you, or apartment complex per se, that you know they have a good or a great amount of Spanish speaking residents, also let us know. We can bring all that information on their language so they can get all the information we'll get.
Community watch groups, listen up. Listen up, community watch people.
Churches,
This will be great.
hotels.
Churches, yes.
Hotels. So we had someone question about that.
Yes, I bet I know who it was.
Yes, of course.
So that'd be good. Yeah, any of those organizations.
Yes.
Be responsible, and I'll tell you what, right now, we're going to name you as our ambassador. Ambassador to the police department, for sure, and to the citizens of to Jacksonville.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
County. We do appreciate, I think you're a great addition to the force.
Oh, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. With the last thing, right, today's Memorial Day.
Yes, it
also, living in our community, it's almost impossible, right, not to acknowledge that freedom isn't free. Comes with a cost. And today's
we've lost over 1 million people in this country since.
Of course. And today's don't forget the real meaning of it, right? Absolutely. Honor those who give everything for this country. Those who made the ultimate sacrifice, the most respect for their families, and love also for all their families and all these heroes that they're now with us.
And I dare say at least half of the people in this room know somebody who's been lost.
Officer Guzman is getting us in the fields.
Yeah, that's not my intention. With the last thing and the happy things, if you don't mind, I'm going to abuse your kindness of having me here. But also May 27, it's Bolivian Mother's Day.
Really?
And since my wife is Bolivian, and I want to abuse your microphone to wish my wife an amazing.
What's her first name?
Her first name is Carla.
Carla.
Yeah, Carla.
Okay. Happy Mommy's Day,
Happy
Carla.
Mother's Day, Carla.
Feliz Día de la Mamá. Te quiero mucho.
Papá Español.
Yeah.
She a
Thank you
Carla
so
with
much.
a C or a K?
With a C. No, I'm sorry, with a K.
Ooh.
Yeah, please, let's delete the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, you just blew it.
Yeah.
You just,
I'm nervous. It's also one of my first times on radio,
Don't worry,
so
you're a man.
I got a good excuse.
It happened.
Well, don't make it your last time.
That's double
No, of
roses
course.
now.
Please,
Did they warn you about the show?
and a little bit. Yes, my supervisor.
Who?
And Sergeant Smith.
Oh,
I know. We
really?
Vanessa.
Yes.
Nah.
Well, no worry. She just gave me a tip. Hey, be advised. It's a show. You know.
She's great.
And no, she's awesome. And
She keeps her husband under control. She needs to.
You got to understand a woman's place is in control. And we got 2 Hen House Chronicles here that are verified that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sergeant Smith, they're giving all these comments. I'm just staying
And
quiet.
St. Diane, yes, she's my number one. Yeah.
We like Sergeant Smith.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
I love having her in here. Yeah. In spite of her husband, everything's good.
Yeah, no.
Brad, it's okay, bud. It's okay.
No, she's a great officer, a great supervisor. Like I say, the PD is full though of these amazing cops that have been over there doing this for a while and guiding us, the new blood, if I can put it over there.
The rookies.
Exactly, to do the right things and to do the right places. So I'm very grateful. Like I say, thank you once again for having us here, for having me here, JPD as a whole, and looking forward also to come and visit you guys anytime. Please let us know.
Come on. Bring them by.
Anytime.
Doors open, gates open. Just walk on in.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
They
Thank
even
you.
let me show up once in a while.
Anytime between 07 and 09, you're good to go.
Yep. We just had a listener just wanted me to mention to you that Flowers on the Move does very nice Mother's Day flower gifts. And being that 5 seconds that probably didn't get deleted, they could really fix you a nice bouquet.
Because that C&K didn't work.
That C&K, yeah.
That C&K
Just call it preventative maintenance. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Definitely, it's in my to-do list today, of course.
Short list.
Now I have to highlight it now that I say C instead of K.
So if it's a Mother's Day, how many kids do you have?
And I have 3.
Three?
Yes. Son, he's 22. Daughter, 21. What? Yeah. And my youngest one, she's 10.
What is it with these law enforcement officers lately? The one
We had
Friday
a
from the sheriff's office
He
looked like he was 20.
Don't say. Don't southern saying is you always got to have 3 kids, 2 to fight, 1 to go tell on. That's all you got. That's why the 10-year-old runs and tells on. Yeah.
No, that's a true story.
It is true.
It was in our household. It's true.
2 to fight, 1 to go
Officer
tell
Guzman,
on.
thank you. Appreciate your time, sir, and your service.
Thank you, sir.
Your continued service.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, let's take a break. You're live on local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back with weather.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in remembering those that gave their all to preserve our most prized possession, our freedom, this Memorial Day, May 27th. If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand selected and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends. Phone 910-355-7066. Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in honoring those that made the ultimate sacrifice this Memorial Day, May 27th.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer bed cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Modern Exterminating, proudly serving Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952, asks you to join them in remembering all those that served our country and made the ultimate sacrifice to preserve our freedom this Memorial Day, May 27th. For 72 years being family owned and operated, Modern Exterminating has been protecting our citizens and property from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, fleas, and other pests. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating also would like to thank the men and women presently serving our country. Once again, take time to remember the brave men and women who did not forget us this Memorial Day, May 27th. Modern Exterminating, 627 College Street in Jacksonville. The bug stops here.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
What a wonderful experience that was. That was just a lot of fun too. Takes you back to the good old days too. So,
I'm gonna tell you, every officer that we've had on this show
we got some cool guys around
has just been
guys.
so
That means
awesome.
guys is
Guys
as
and
male
girls,
as
yeah.
female as well.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone.
So somebody chastised me one time for saying guys. Well, you left out the women. No, not. I do the Yankee thing. Use guys.
You know what
that
we
means
meant.
everybody.
That's right.
Your Marine Weather Outlook brought to you by Community Prevention Services. It's a great thing. And I talked last time about a case involving a 13-year-old who had killed himself. I'm not going to go through that again. It was trying enough to do it the first time. 13 years old, killed himself for stupid reasons, important to him. He was, had issues, not himself, but some other stuff that was going on. Didn't want other people to know about it. Well, things like that happen. A lot of people do things because they don't want anybody to know about what they did while they are alive, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't face the music. Is that what it is?
Well, sometimes, and this happens a lot of kids. Let's say a kid, a lot of times it is middle school age, but it can be high school age. Sends a picture, let's say, to a boy or girlfriend, like a naked picture or semi-naked picture.
A boy or a girlfriend.
Yeah. And they send it to a classmate, someone that they're dating, and it gets spread around the school.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times that's where the online bullying comes in as well. Embarrassment, comments, etc. And kids with this online bullying are just horrific. And sadly, there's been quite a few instances of individuals who have taken their own life due to this kind of bullying on the Snapchat, especially.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just
Parents, get those phones and take a look at them. And if you have to, take them away. I mean, when they're under 16, those phones belong to you. I don't care if they bought it themselves. As far as I'm concerned, that's yours. We heard last week, other tragic situations, 16 military veterans commit suicide every day. 16 in this country. It's gone down on the average. It was 22 a couple of years ago. But the latest stats that we have are at least 2 years old. So we don't know how many today, but the most current stats have 16 veterans killing themselves every day. That doesn't need to happen. Onslow County ranks third per capita in all of North Carolina, the entire state, for the number of people of all ages, who have reported that they've even considered taking their own lives. It's called suicide ideation. Until a month or so ago, I'd never heard that term. 23, 344 confirmed reports of suicide ideations in Onslow County. We know that many. Kelly's probably had that many herself. At least they think about it. Give it some
Like I said, I had
consideration.
last week.
How serious the consideration is, don't know. That's 90 cases, the confirmed cases of suicide ideations per year for each of the 4 years of that reporting period. 90 cases a year. If you or someone you know fits in this category, don't despair. You should reach out, because there is help. There are people who will listen to you. There is light at the end of that tunnel. It's not a cave, it's a tunnel. They will not judge you, and they will help you work through the issues. Community Prevention Services is located in Jacksonville. The staff is ready, willing, and able to help you with issues that you have. And everything is totally confidential. They're not going to blab it. It ain't going to show up on social media. Nothing like that. Community Prevention Services helps with all forms of depression and anxiety as well. They're conveniently located at 918 Henderson Drive in Jacksonville. Give them a call. Discuss a time to talk with a counselor. 910-353-0972. That's 910-353-0972. They handle most forms of insurance as well. Offshore today, looking pretty decent this week, in fact. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming southerly 15 to 20, gusts up to 25 this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. There are 3-foot waves from the south every 5 seconds. They're going to meet up with some 2-footers coming from the southeast every 8 seconds. It looks like a little bit of a washing machine, but not a bad one today. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop, increasing to choppy this afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Wednesday, northwesterly winds 5 to 10, southwesterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 3, sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, partly sunny, a high of 89. There is about a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 70. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 88. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, low of 65. And Wednesday, sunny, high of 87.
You meant 89. 40% chance of showers. I mean, 60% chance I got to water the garden, right?
Yep.
I'm going to water that.
Rain last night?
I don't think so. Did we? Not much.
Yeah, we did. My car was wet when I got out there.
That's from dew.
No, this was
No,
rain.
we got a little. I got a little shower.
I didn't wake up for it.
Yeah.
The
My neck was wet.
You
Yeah.
can rest assured that I will go out there this afternoon. I will wait for a shower, and probably around 4 o'clock, I'll get out there, turn the water on, start watering it, and I'll finish about 20 minutes later. I'll come inside,
And
and
it'll
then the
start
lightning
raining.
will hit, and there will be a cloudburst.
Well, most
That's
of the
way it
local
works.
news channels show around 4 to 5 puts us in that time period where we may have some severe storms come through. So,
Is that standard time or daylight time?
did your weather radio go off last night?
It certainly did.
6 minutes to 1 in the morning. Mine went off.
Yeah, what's the
And I'm like,
problem?
Well,
That's what you want to know, isn't it?
I know it, but I have to get adjusted to this. It's like it
You could wait for
frightens
the
me.
you could wait for the tornado or to
No,
come
I mean,
knocking on
I'm
your
glad
front
to
door.
have it, but at 6 minutes to 1 a.m. and you're asleep and that
Oh,
thing
my
goes
phone
on.
went off about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Weather alert.
I'm
Okay.
slowly getting used to it.
Children are among the victims of a tornado in Texas outside the Dallas-Fort Worth area yesterday. At least 7 people were killed. A severe weather outbreak produced dozens of damage reports across America's heartland from Texas to Missouri. 20 tornado reports. 20. A deadly twister from the severe thunderstorms struck along the Denton-Cook County line on Interstate 35. Cook County Sheriff Ray Sappington said at a news conference that at least 7 people killed, dozens injured near Valley View. There were 2 kids among those victims, a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. They were found yesterday morning among the dead. The death toll will likely continue to rise as search and rescue efforts continue. About 100,000 customers in Texas were without power to start the day on Sunday. Happened in the middle of the night, came through. Could have been at 1 o'clock in the morning that when you got your alert.
Yeah, I was watching some of them last night up to about midnight, and then I turned it off.
The reason those weather alerts for severe thunderstorms, people say, oh, it's just another severe thunderstorm. Out of these severe thunderstorms, as it was in Texas, as it was last week here in North Carolina, tornadoes are spawned quite often. They don't always hit the ground. Radar, and you will hear it sourced, radar detected. That means it's seeing one. It may not be on the ground, but it can detect it with this new radar system. They can see that thing up in the sky as that cloud starts to form to come down. They don't all come down, thank goodness. They don't all reach the ground, but it's up there with the potential. That's why you get the alert, to let you know that there is a possibility. Keep your pants on and get ready to do something.
I'll tell you what, I'm learning so much about tornadoes, rear, down, flank. I mean, rear flank, downdraft, all this stuff. I mean, there's just interesting.
Lots of study. We'll listen to Dottie Cox. Maybe we'll just get him in here, let him explain it one day. We'll tie him down to a chair and just force him to talk for about an hour. What do you think?
You can get out in the parking lot and just all of a sudden you'll see a little tiny tornado dust storm come up.
Those little dust buddies or whatever they call them.
We call them dirt devils.
And just run around and all of a sudden after a while it'll quit. It's just
imagine that magnified by about 10,000 times.
Right. And so it's there. When you see that this time of year, you see that, you know it can happen.
I hope this has been a very uneventful but a very somber Memorial Day for you, the weekend so far, and it should remain that way for the rest of the day and year round.
Oh, just on call.
And a recent. And we talked last week, I guess, a little bit about some of the history of Memorial Day. The first Memorial Day was actually African American in origin after the Civil War, in 1865. So that was some of the original origins there. Okay, let's take a break. And I know, Steve, you're on the line. Hang in there. We'll be right back. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods is now open, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, right here in Jacksonville. Restaurants, food trucks, festival workers, party suppliers, vendors, government, schools, and families of all sizes stroll on down to Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods and save. A huge selection of large pots and pans, plasticware in many shapes and sizes, trays including takeout trays. In addition, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods has everyday grocery items such as Atkinson breaders and mixers, veggies, sauces, puddings, and beans. So if you need to buy in bulk for the long haul or everyday grocery items, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods will save you money. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, brand new, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, Jacksonville. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Phone 910-455-7800.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Chino Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Chino Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding team. Il Chino Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back and on the line. Steve, thanks for holding.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Oh, hanging in here. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I hope y'all had a good weekend.
So far, so good.
How's your back?
All right. Rayford, you're supposed to be taking the day off, buddy, but I reckon I'll let you slide this time.
Why?
Huh? It's Memorial Day, man.
I didn't die during the war.
I know you didn't, but you served and you made yourself vulnerable.
Well, I was in the Coast Guard, a whole lot different than what was going on out there now.
I got you. Well, anyway, I wanted to call in today and, kind of comment on it. That I'd like to say thank you, obviously, to all the service members out there. But I'd also like to point out that I'd like to say thank you to all the people who have lost loved ones or friends to the cost of freedom.
Absolutely.
A lot of my family and friends, this day brings them both pride and pain. And my heart goes out to everybody out there that it has that effect on.
Yep.
I hope they have a blessed Memorial Day.
Yes.
I feel odd about calling it happy.
You can't call it happy. Please don't do that.
No.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, just wanted to call in today and just say hey and pay tribute to that.
Yep.
So
thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too, Steve.
Well, I've got something I want to bring up.
Please.
Okay. So we've talked about the border a lot and our issue with those coming across. And I've actually heard some naysayers claim that that's not accurate. Well, last week.
They need to take a visit down south.
Yes. I have friends that live in Texas and they talk about how bad it is. But last week, a Turkish illegal immigrant paid $10,000 to a cartel. He sold everything he owned, and he illegally crossed into Jacumba, California. It's in San Diego County.
Why was it worth $10,000 for him to do that?
He did not like his home in Turkey. It was
okay. Yeah.
So he wanted a better life, he said, for his family. So he paid a cartel $10,000 and got it. But what he was saying was, he said, "Look, the American people is true what they're saying." He said, what he's seen when he was trying to cross that border, he said, who comes into this country? They don't know. He said, okay, I'm a good person. He says, but what if they're not good? He said, there's killers, psychopaths are coming across. He said, there's no security check, no background check of the border. He said, there are all kinds of dirty lowlifes coming through intending to do harm.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was worried who was crossing the border because he was seeing people who, quote, were not normal. It took him 24 days. So he traveled through Qatar, Dubai, Egypt, South Africa, and Brazil before he got to Central America, and then walked or traveled up through into the U.S. And he said that he saw a lot of people that he knew in his mind were here to do nefarious things. And he said apparently San Diego County in California, I know a lot of interest is put on Texas, but they're the busiest sector in the country for illegal crossings. And that through April of this year alone, 37,370 came across just in that one little area.
Was that legal or illegal?
Illegal.
They jumped the border.
They're coming across.
Well, I know they're coming
Border
across.
Patrol and Customs have, I guess, nabbed that many.
Yeah, well, they catch and release is the problem.
And then on just 2 weeks ago, Thursday, 120 Chinese individuals crossed into California just on that one day. But this guy, he did an interview, this illegal immigrant from Turkey, and he said he was afraid. He's trying to come here for a better life for his family, and he was scared of what he was seeing coming with him.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, the cartels don't care. You pay them that $10,000 or whatever you got, they don't care who you are.
As long as they get the money,
They get
that's
the
one
money,
thing. $10,000 is chump change to them. You understand that, right?
Yes.
What they're doing is they're trying to overload the border security, to just overload it to the point that they can smuggle all the dope that they want to do.
That's
into
exactly
this
what they're
country.
doing.
And that's
Yeah.
all. It's a smoke screen. That's
yeah.
all the cartel is doing. Yes, they love the money that they get, but that's just operating expenses.
Yeah.
It's chump change, y'all.
25 cents.
This guy was he said he could not believe there was no security. I don't know what he envisioned because other countries, it's not like that. But yeah, he said he was surprised. Sad.
All right, let's take a final break here. Come back. I may have something to say.
Okay.
Or I may not. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Providence Bank, formerly Coastal Bank and Trust, would like to take this opportunity to remember and recognize all those that served and continue to serve our country to protect our freedoms this Memorial Day, May 27th. Providence Bank also thanks you for trusting and allowing them the privilege of handling all your banking needs. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Providence Bank is the premier community bank from the capital to the coast. Providence Bank is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and we look forward to meeting you. Providence Bank was ranked in the top 4 for overall performance in North Carolina every year from 2014 to 2023. Once again, happy Memorial Day from Providence Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. There's no doubt about it. Some of the best pizza in our area is at Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street in Beulahville. Their staff takes this opportunity to thank those that have served and are serving today, this Memorial Day, May 27th. Dine at Pizza Village in Beulahville for true Italian cuisine and enjoy their daily lunch buffet featuring pizza, spaghetti, and salad bar. Serving true Italian in a down-home country atmosphere, Pizza Village is open Monday through Saturday from 11 till 9:30 and Sundays 4:30 till 9:30. Pizza Village does have a private room for any holiday party or event. Locally owned and operated for over 37 years, Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street, Beulahville, asks you to remember those that didn't forget us this Memorial Day, May 27th.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control from traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 to 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, my mission today is to educate you just a little bit, so I'm going to ask you to define the word lawfare. Lawfare. Anybody know what it means?
No, but I saw it on TV this weekend.
Did you? Didn't pay any attention to, don't care what it means.
They were talking about the trial.
Mm-hmm. It's the use of legal systems and institutions to damage or delegitimize an opponent or to deter an individual's usage of their legal rights. In other words, it's the illegal use, you might want to say, of the legal system, playing shenanigans with the legal system to damage or delegitimize an opponent, generally referring to a political opponent, or to deter any individual's usage of their legal rights. The current trial of the month, maybe the year, to determine whether the former president of the United States is guilty of claiming supposed hush money to a porn star to shut her mouth, entered as a legal expense on his business dealings in New York, is a criminal offense. That's what a New York prosecutor is trying to prove. Alvin Bragg brought the charges last year. Mm-hmm. The seemingly never-ending trial is resting until tomorrow, when the jury will begin hearing closing arguments from the prosecution and the defense. Is it tomorrow or is it later in the week?
It's tomorrow they start.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. The state's case relies on testimony from Donald Trump's ex-lawyer, who, by all accounts, is a liar, but who the prosecution maintains is not lying in this case. I'm going to sum this up for y'all. Michael Cohen swore under oath that Trump was aware that part of the $420,000 that Trump gave Cohen, $130,000 of it, was money he forwarded to porn queen Stormy Daniels, a fake name, by the way, to keep her from revealing an affair that she has denied ever occurred. Mm-hmm. Got it? Follow the bouncing ball here?
Yep.
Daniels is the prosecution's other key witness. Yep, the state is relying on a witness that the testimony she now is giving is the truth. No wonder the country's divided. Honestly, we don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe or what part of what they're saying is the honest truth. The honest truth, so help me God. Or a pack of lies sanctioned by the prosecution and Satan. Polls are divided. 37% of the people out here think the jury will find Trump guilty. The rest are sure he's not guilty, or they think he'll be found guilty of lesser charges, or they simply don't know because they're confused by the ongoing rhetoric. That's not my assessment. Those are from comments and polls and op-ed pieces and reaction from those who walk among us in the reports from the media. So here's a question for tomorrow. Guilty? Not guilty? Hung jury, or I don't really give a rat's rear end.
Well, I don't really give a rat's, but however,
Yes, you do.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to find him guilty. That's what I think. I would like to be wrong, but I think they're going to find him guilty.
They're going to try it. Yeah.
They're
And then
gonna
he'll
find-
appeal it.
They're going to
Yeah.
find me guilty on something.
Yeah. And then he'll appeal it. And it'll wind up later on one of these days, probably make it all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court.
But that will, I think what the whole goal of this is to get him off the ballot.
Of course
And
it
then
is.
Finding him guilty
So in other
will do
words,
it.
you're saying that this is a lawfare then, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's
This
a
is definitely lawfare.
It's politicized. The whole thing is nothing but a political sham.
And I think that judge is
Oh.
horrific. He ought to
Man.
be removed from the bench the way he's acted.
agree.
That removing everybody from the courtroom last week.
Mhm.
But you know who they left in there?
Dershowitz.
Yes. And he's not a happy camper.
No, he
with
was
what
very
went
upset.
down.
I
He
like-
calls
yeah.
it a disgrace.
He does.
What went on behind, actually out of the public's eye and out of the media's eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
He called it a disgrace. Why he was left in there, I don't know. But Lord of mercy.
Mhm. Well, I also think
he had a
that
lot to say.
also the way the judge threatened to not allow certain witnesses
Yeah.
testimony. That's, I mean, to me, I mean, it was Dershowitz was saying it was border on Trump not being able to mount a credible defense.
Uh-huh.
I mean that it's scary that a judge has that much power.
Right.
I can actually see where, and I don't like that word, that phrase, election interference.
Right.
But I really
This
can
is
see
election
that
interference.
in this particular
I agree.
situation.
100% do I agree with
Based
that.
on the comments the judge has made to that one witness, Costello.
hmm That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
You
another
put your
guy
eyes
too.
on me one more time.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out
Well-
your entire testimony if
Just-
you look at me like that again.
Yeah.
I got one more thing to say before we end the morning is
Okay.
Memorial Day. Remember and honor, and don't forget to put your flags back up at full staff at 12 noon.
At noon, yeah. Okay. Thank you for all of that. And today is the day. It is Memorial Day.
I think there's a replay in at the cemetery at 11 today.
I think there is too. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I read that.
I saw it online. I looked earlier and it didn't say
Okay,
it wasn't.
we'll be back in normal form again tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a lot to discuss, and we don't have any guests for tomorrow as yet. Is that correct? So
That is
we're
correct.
wide open, and
Y'all get us.
and,
Woohoo!
and y'all get us, and y'all please. I want you to. I really want you to think about that. To think about the evidence that's been presented. Now, put yourself in a juror, one individual spot. Forget all the others that are out there, the other 11. Just consider what you think you've heard,
Mhm.
what you know that you've heard, and how you analyze it. Evidence is evidence. When somebody swears to tell the truth and they get up there on the stand, that is evidence. Your duty is to determine, number one, if it's credible evidence and whether it has anything to do with this case, the charges that are brought in this case or not. That's basically what's going to be told them, with a whole bunch of other shenanigans brought in. But that is the way that they will be charged. So we want to hear from you tomorrow. Make a note. Give us a call. First thing, we'll talk about it. The rest of the day, have a great rest of it. If there are any storms out there, hopefully they'll dodge you. Hopefully the rain will drop in my garden. You're live in local Real Talk. Thank you, Timmy, for coming in. Watch
It's
out for the
always a
donkeys.
pleasure.
Take
Oh,
good
yeah.
care of them.